How I'm Homeschooling in Argentina video, I talked about our life skills list, and this is a list of life skills that we've come up with our daughter, of things that she, as a 7-year-old autistic girl, is able to do with accommodations or without accommodations, whatever she needs. So the first thing that we did was bathing, because up until this point, either my husband or I were helping her with washing her hair. And I felt like this was something that she would be able to do, especially if she had steps visible. So I hand wrote all the steps out, and this is what it looked like. And I put them on the wall in the bathroom here in Argentina. And when I was doing this, I thought about, wait, there's a way for me to make a download for this and do this with other life skills and put them on the site and make them accessible for other people. So today I am introducing the new concept of life skill downloads. So these go along with the social stories and the visual schedule boards and all the other things that I already have on my website. Like everything else, it is $5 for the download. And this is gonna walk whoever needs these steps down through how to do it. And I have included pictures. So there's 2 different versions of it. There's just the written out version with a box next to it to check it off, if that's the version you want to use, or there is like each step is written out and it can be put like on a wall. I'll even show you how I did it. And there's an image or several images that go with each step. And I've done, for this specific one, this life skill is bathing. So I did both taking a bath and taking a shower. And there's that written out list or the list with images for both of them. So I'm going to show you how I made it, show you how I put it together here in Argentina, because it's a bit different than I would do at home, and how we're using it. Also, I'm going to talk about at the end the things that I would encourage you to have on hand for whoever needs this, because they need more than just the steps and the instructions. They need, shampoo, conditioner, soap, body scrubber, a mirror. I'll even share where I got my mirror. Anyway, so hopefully this is helpful for you. Like I said, this is a little bit different than I would do it at home, but I'm sharing it anyway because I feel like this is just another way that you can do it. You don't have to have a laminating machine like I have at home. I love my laminating machine, and it was totally worth, I think the $40 it was for the laminating machine because I use it so frequently. But if you don't feel like you're in that stage of life, or you can't afford that, this is another option where I'm just using these plastic protective sheets that I got at a store on our block here in Buenos Aires. So like I said, there are 2 different versions of both taking a bath and taking a shower. And I wanted to add images to these so that they are readable with the text, but also I know that a lot of people who use these kinds of tools are visual people, my daughter included. And so having images, I felt like were really important, something that I was very concerned about, and I wanted to show you that I did it, was that I reference a quarter size amount of shampoo and conditioner and even soap. And so I made sure that the size circle I was using was the size of a quarter. And somehow we ended up bringing a quarter with us to Argentina. I don't know how that happened. And I made sure that the size circle I was using measured up when it was printed out. So you can feel confident that that is the right size when it is all printed out. Once I had created the download, I then printed off what I needed for my daughter, which in this case, I just needed the taking a bath pieces. So I did both the checklist and the steps with the images, mostly so you could see both. I took the steps with the images and I cut each page in half because there are 2 steps on each page. And then I started putting them inside of these little plastic protector pages that I found here at our local store. I ended up using 19 of these protective sheets because there are 18 steps, and then there's the taking a bath title piece. And so I ended up getting 2 packs of these because there are 10 each in each pack. And if this is something you don't want to actually have in the bathroom, using something like this with these protective sheets that have the 3 holes in them that you could put in a binder, that would be really useful as well if whoever's using this needs to be able to reference it later. I just liked being able to put them in the bathroom so that my daughter could see them when she was in the process of having a bath. And as I mentioned, I would normally just laminate these because my daughter likes to splash and make a mess when she's having a bath. And so being able to protect the paper is really important. A lot of the pieces of the handwritten steps that I had done originally, the marker had smeared because it had gotten water on it. So I took all of the original ones down and then started putting up the new steps with the images in the protective sheets. And because there are 18 steps, I did the taking a bath at the top, and then I did 9 steps on each side. You will notice in a second here that I did shift everything over to the right a little bit because I then went and stood in my daughter's bathtub, and I realized that from where she would be in the bathtub, you couldn't see the steps on the left-hand side. So I also shifted everything up a little bit so that I could put all 9 steps on the wall. And then I was able to put the remaining 9 steps next to it, and everything is right next to each other, and it's kind of perfect. My daughter and I talked about it, and she told me she wanted them the first 9 steps vertical and then the next 9 steps vertical next to that. That's how her brain works. This would also work if you wanted to do 1 and 2 next to each other and then 3 and 4 underneath, and then continuing that way. If that's how it works best for the person that is using it, do it that way. That's the beauty of these downloads. You can use them whatever way works best for you, your child, or whoever is using the download. So here it is after I had gotten it all set up. My daughter really, really liked it actually when I showed it to her, and she used it that night. Then I did the checklist pieces, and really I was doing this to show you guys. I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave this up for her. I have to talk to her about it. I have not done that yet. But these I also just put in protective sheets because we are in not the United States. Paper here is A4 sized, and so the protective sheets that I got are a little bit bigger than A4, and the pages just slid right in, and I taped them to the wall using regular masking tape because that's what I have, and we live in corporate housing and those are my options. So I did split up the checklist so that the first page is all about getting into the tub, getting the water at the right temperature, shampooing. The second page is conditioning. The third page is washing the body, and then getting out of the tub. That way I felt like it was split up in a nice even way, even though it's not the same number of steps on each page, it's split up by category really. So this is what that looks like on the wall in the bathroom. Again, this keeps the page. Some things I reference in the download that I think you would really benefit from having is a mirror to have in the shower, obviously the shampoo and conditioner, a silicone body scrubber, bath soap, and a cup for rinsing out hair. So hopefully this is helpful. And like I said, there will be more life skill downloads coming in the next few months, so keep an eye out for that. And you can find this download and all of my other downloads on my site. They're $5 each.